Oh my goodness, what a beautiful view. We are live from Tacoma today for our summer fun tour, and we have a very special guest with us.
We do. The fun does not stop, my friends. We're here with our friend Chris Staudinger from Pretty Gritty Tours.
Pleasure to be back.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
It's good to have you. Last time you were on set with us at Studio 13 Live, and now we came to you here in Tacoma.
You really didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I know.
I'm excited. So you're going to be telling us 5 things we might not know about Tacoma, starting with the Northern Pacific Railroad.
I think a lot of people forget the fact that Tacoma was the terminus for the Northern Pacific Railroad. So if you were going to cross the country for the first time ever without getting dysentery, this is where you would arrive.
You would want that, yeah.
Yeah, number one death on the Oregon Trail.
Oh, wow. Okay.
At least in the game
cool.
when I played it.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is super cool. I had no idea.
So when the train arrived here, we wanted something spectacular for it. So Union Station downtown, now our federal courthouse, that was the train station where you would arrive and depart. And so it's this luxury facility that was done by the same guys who actually did Grand Central Terminal in New York.
Oh, wow.
So kind of like a bookend to the country right there.
Nice. Do you feel like it resembles Grand Central?
I think it does. Once you there's just more Chihuly in ours.
Yeah,
so no
that's
big
true.
deal.
Very nice. Hello, that's a flex, baby. Okay, so you have another one for us here. The guy who inspired Around the World in 80 Days has history here.
Well, since we're talking about trains, we got to bring up George Francis Train. This is the eccentric billionaire who inspired Around the World in 80 Days. He did that trip around the world 3 different times. And the first time he got arrested a lot because, again, eccentric. But he was a huge Tacoma booster, and so when he wanted to break his own record, he launched and then arrived back here in Tacoma. And he did it in, I believe, 67 days, 12 hours, and 1 minute.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Which for the 1800s, that's a big, you can't get through airport security in that time right now.
Yeah, I still don't have TSA pre-check, so it feels
How do you live?
It takes that long. I don't know. Might be the last person on Earth.
Yeah, I would like that job title, though. Eccentric millionaire, billionaire?
Yeah, billionaire.
Even better.
I mean, gotta just aim a little higher.
I know.
You know, Chris, I'm sure you go to shows at the Tacoma Dome all the time. I still have not checked one out, but give us a scoop on it.
The Tacoma Dome is, of course, the greatest amphitheater in the area, but it is the 2nd largest wooden dome in the country. And I got to give some caveats on that.
Okay.
Technically, the Superior Dome in Michigan is 6 feet wider in diameter. The Tacoma Dome holds about 13,000 more people and is 12 feet higher. So you can decide for yourself. Not only does it host everything from Monster Jam to our first act being David Bowie, but it's entirely made out of this old-growth Doug fir that they reclaimed after the explosion of Mount St. Helens.
Oh, that's
So when the mountain exploded, they just went out and reclaimed all the trees and built the Tacoma Dome. So you guys have Climate Pledge, we have Climate Recycle Arena.
Oh, very nice. Good for the environment. Absolutely. Okay, so this is pretty interesting, though. So Tacoma actually helped out in World War II?
It's true. So we were very good with trees. I don't know if there's a theme here. But Tacoma very early on was a shipbuilding community. We made a lot of the commercial wood building or wooden built ships that go around doing fishing of all varieties. And then in World War II, the Navy tapped us to start creating wooden minesweepers because so many of these naval mines are triggered by magnetic devices. So they're like, just build your ships out of wood. Good job, Tacoma.
Wow. Nice.
So no big deal.
Push that shoulder off right there. You know, my brother's been obsessed with reading the Dune books, and I hear that the author is actually from Tacoma.
So this is true. Frank Herbert came of age just down the street from where we are right now.
Oh, nice.
And I think a lot of people just associate his time as a journalist, seeing the sand dunes in Oregon, that he was like, I'll create the greatest sci-fi novels ever. But in fact, he based a lot of that world building on his time growing up in Tacoma. And in fact, where we are right now used to be the old Asarco smelting plant, and that informed a lot of his geopolitical corruption that he built into Dune.
Oh, that's
Timothy Chalamet came later.
Yeah.
Very good.
Cool. So if people want to find you, they're loving what you're telling them. Where can they get more from you?
PrettyGrittyTours.com or all over the internet. It's all just Pretty Gritty Tours. There's just the one of us.
Yeah, and an excellent TikTok follow, I have to say.
I mean, I don't want to brag, but
pretty good.
You're kind of a
doing
big
what
deal.
we can, yeah.
Well, we thank you so much for joining us today. It's always, you make learning fun.
Well, I do what I can. And you make sharing it more fun. So
Good.
thanks.
Oh, good. We love that.
Done.
All right. When we come back, we're going to visit Southern Kitchen, where you can get an excellent meal and a history lesson,
That
too.
sounds good to me. We're also going to be sending Brian McMillan over to the Washington State History Museum. Stick with us right after the break.
wanna see you smile, take you another